DeMeco has 4 interviews this week. Take it away.
I know a lot of people want him focused on the team and we're in the playoffs, and I get that, but who's to say he's not? And and
Thank you.
and at the end of the day, like, it's not the Miko that's the issue when you see something get blown out of coverage on the defense. It's one player having a brain fart. And then what is the Miko normally? I think I put out a tweet that says something like this, John. I don't care how many interviews he has. As long as he's back at this game in the second half to make all the adjustments, I'm good. That's what he's known for. That's what the me. You want to know why D'Amico's about to be a great head coach? Because he can adjust. And the one thing he does, we were trailing, what was we trailing? 17-16 in this game. Defense came out lights out in the second half. Lights out. Gave up a touchdown, but late. Late. Like, look, the team is great. It's gonna be fine. Let D'Amico go out there and secure his bag, right? Because at the end of the day, if he doesn't do it now, these teams are going to pass him over. And I know we want him to stay with the 49ers. I get it. I do too. No problem. I ain't mad at that. But listen, man, he has an opportunity to become a head coach and finally make some money for his family. I think we have to put that into the equation as well. I know we are who we are, and I get it, and I'm not mad or yelling at anybody, but just look at it from a different perspective. If the job was
Yeah.
coming at you and they said, "Hey, I need you to interview within this time frame, or we're going to look at somebody else," I think you're going to try to figure that out because you want to secure the bag.
It's a problem of the NFL, right? So first, this is a systematic issue because what they should do, if John Chapman was commissioner, I would say, look, as soon as the playoffs start, if you have a head coaching vacancy, you keep that vacancy until after the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Interviews will take place after the fact because teams are like, oh, we got to get it now. We got to steer the right ship and all that stuff. And I understand that because time is a commodity, but you are doing a disservice to teams that win, like the 49ers. We always win. It's who we are. So, one, DeMeco has earned every single right that he wants. I don't give a damn. That dude turned down the Vikings head coaching job last year to stay with us another team. He has earned every single thing that he wants to do. I don't give a damn if DeMeco says, I'm taking 2 days off this week. That guy has earned it. Okay. Probably the top assistant in the NFL this year. Number
Mm.
two, all these interviews take place in his own private time. It's his time. It's not on team time. It's not during practice. It's not like the 49ers are out there practicing and he's like, hey, guys, I got an interview. I'll be back. Y'all run the defense. That's not what's happening. It's almost like, and I don't want to do this, but I want to try to prove a point. So I'm going to go a little too far. If you're a plumber, you shouldn't be watching the 49ers because you should be focusing on your career.
Mhm.
Like people are humans. And we have this idea, I was a high school football coach with a couch in my office, and I slept in my office twice a week during the season all year long. 90-hour work weeks, but that's still 90 hours, and I was an idiot. But that's 90 hours. There's a lot more time a week to get things done. This is his own personal time. I don't have a problem with it. He could have left last year. He came back. We're in bonus borrowed time. He deserves a head coach. There's only 32 head coaches in the world. He deserves it. I want him to be successful.
How
He's
much money
interviewing for
D'Amico
every
making,
job.
bro?
So they don't have to share that information.
How
Only
much money
the
do you think he's making?
I think he's probably making about 1.5 to 2 mil.
Now,
That'd
if
be
he
my
becomes head
guess.
coach, how much money he gonna be making?
5 to 10.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
It's generational wealth, which he's played, he's got his, but still, he's going to make more as a coach than he ever did as a player.
Dang.
Uh, Anthony says, "Can you franchise tag a coach?" You cannot,
But
sadly.
you can trade a
Uh,
coach. I just
You
learned
can
that.
trade him, but he's not going to be under contract. And the NFL has new rules brought to you by the Shanahan family, by the way. You used to be able to block a bunch of interviews. Can't do that anymore because Kyle Shanahan blocked
Right.
everybody. No, D'Amico deserves it. Every single head opening he's interviewing for. Like he is the number one. It's him and Sean Payton. Jim Harbaugh, your guy, he's staying put. But D'Amico's the number one candidate. It's Sean Payton and D'Amico. Those are the two. Now, Sean Payton, you got to trade for. D'Amico, you just got to hire. I
Mm.
thought he was going to be on the Chargers, but the Chargers elected to stay with Brandon Staley, which was a mistake.
They released
D'Amico
their
should have been the
quarterbacks
coach
coach
there.
and their OC, bro.
Yeah, not their fault. Not their fault.
Well,
That's bad
they're,
coaching.
they're taking the,
The
you know,
fall. But he deserves it. So he deserves to go. He deserves to go. And I don't want to hear that focus stuff. That's not real life. That's not real life.
How likely do you think that the defense will come out here and lay an egg?
They haven't done it all year. Well, maybe you could say the Raiders game. Um,
I thought that was
but
more
no.
of an egg than the Chiefs game.
Yeah, I think so too. Chiefs game was different because we had all the injuries. We're
So
healthy.
if they laid an egg with DeMeco being there, like, I mean, like, why should what's the big deal? Like, I just don't feel like, I mean, the stakes are a lot higher right now, and I just don't feel like the defense is gonna come out there and play any worse if DeMeco is going to get an interview for a job, not even on practice time. I could see if it was if it was on practice time, like, he's probably meeting with the 2 teams today and then 2 teams
And it's like
tomorrow.
Zoom. It's Zoom.
Right.
It's
It's the
Zoom.
new way to meet. Yeah. Or
It,
Microsoft Teams, whichever one you prefer. It's
there
what's
you go. Excited to announce a new partnership for all of your 49ers swag. Homage.com. You can use the link in the description of this video or podcast, whatever you're listening or watching to. HOMAGE.com. And not only do they have all of your 49ers gear, hoodies, t-shirts, all that stuff, if you use our promo code 49ERS, guess what? You get 15% off your entire order. You remember NFL Blitz, the video game? Get Debo decked out in the Blitz gear. They've got hoodies, they've got jackets, they've got the old NBA Jam logos for Steve Young and Jerry Rice with all the attributes on there. I wear Homage t-shirts all the time, and if I'm ever around Niners fans, I get the most comments. It's absolutely incredible. So check it out. And if you're just wanting to get somebody for something that's not a Niners fan, they've got other team pages too, pop culture, all kinds of stuff. Check it out. Homage.com. Use promo code 49ers for 15% off your purchase.